Back here on Texas Football Today, Pickle, let's go to the hotline. Let's go up to the Panhandle, talk a little 2A football with the reigning DCTF 2A Coach of the Year. Let's go to Sunray, Texas to talk to the head coach of the Sunray Bobcats, Coach Wes Boatmun. Coach, how are you?
Wonderful. Thank you. How are you today?
Excellent. How are things in Sunray?
Well, yesterday was cold, and today you'd never known that it was yesterday. Beautiful out there.
Fantastic. I know you guys are relishing that. I want to ask you a little bit about last year, your 2023 run all the way to a state semifinal. Obviously, didn't reach the ultimate goal of playing for and winning a state championship, but a run to the state semifinals, obviously very special. Now that some time has passed, I'm curious how you assess what you guys were able to do in 2023.
Well, I think, looking back on the season, we certainly feel like, that we controlled our own destiny, and mistakes that we made along the way, where we were unfortunately able to beat ourselves. We did that. And so, it's a chance for us to look back and learn from lessons. And that's the great thing about failure is that, it sticks with you and you learn from it because you don't want to repeat it. But we feel like ultimately we put ourselves in the position that we knew we could be in. And we're proud of the kids and the coaches for having done that.
I guess, it's interesting coming off of a year last year where there was so much accomplishment, a 12-3 mark in the state semifinal run. Is that something, and you guys will bring back a veteran crew, I want to talk about your 2024 crew in a moment. Is that something, do you talk a lot about last year, or is it, hey, we're turning the page, 2024 is an entirely new season? How do you strike that balance between talking about the successes and maybe the shortcomings of last year and also turning the page and focusing on 2024?
Right. I don't think we talk about last year. I think we focus on what's important now. Where are we? What's our work need to be? There's not the kids when the season was over. They wanted to keep going, and since the season has been over, they're ready for the next season to start. They can taste it. They know they're right there, and so I don't feel like it's a situation where they want to talk about last year so much as they want to get started. Talking about the new year and what we're going to do in the coming months.
Talking with Wes Boatmun, the head coach of the Sunray Bobcats here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, hashtag TF Today. Coach, a lot of the conversation there in Sunray and a lot of the optimism, I would imagine, has to revolve around the guy taking the snaps, number 15, Armando Lujan, who is already out there smashing records and is going to come back for his senior year. The numbers are off the charts, and the highlights are a lot of fun to watch, but you're the guy who gets to know him in practice. You're the guy who gets to see him in workouts. You're the guy who gets to see him in the hallways. What is it about Armando Lujan that sets him apart, that makes him special?
Well, I think that he's a gifted athlete, and usually the quarterback is a gifted athlete, oftentimes the most gifted athlete. But the thing that sets him apart is his arm talent. He has really an unreal arm. The throws that he's able to make, and coupled with the athleticism that comes along with him, he just is dangerous. So he can do great things with his feet, but he can do spectacular things with his arm that not many other people can. As far as what kind of kid he is, he's such a quiet kid, kind of hard to interview, kind of hard to get him to open up and really bare his soul, but a genuine kid.
he's obviously at the controls of this offense, which was so prolific last year, but he's far from alone. And you guys are going to bring back 8 starters on offense, including, a really talented receiver core. Dawson Bennett, Kagan Davis, Ty McDowell, even a guy like Arnold Mendoza at the running back spot.
Mm-hmm.
From your perspective, when you take a look at this offense heading into 2024, is there a thought that this offense could be even better next season?
I think certainly yes. We have, like you said, 8 starters returning. The other receiver that we have coming back is, though he wasn't a starter, he played quite a bit for us, and he may be one of the most exciting playmakers that we have, even though he wasn't featured quite so much as the other guys. Arnold is a dual threat out of the backfield. He has good hands. He can make the catches. He's a little bowling ball, powerful. And so the cast returns. Most of the supporting cast is also there, and so we got a couple of spots that we need to fill. You would think some big shoes to fill, but the guys coming up, I've learned they're ready to step up for their opportunity, and so we're excited about the crew that we have coming back, and we're excited about the younger kids that we anticipate will step into those roles next season.
Wes Boatmun of the Sunray Bobcats joining us. Coach, it's your fault because you guys you're averaging 47 points a game. That's all anybody ever wants to talk about. But perhaps lost in this or not getting the recognition that they deserve is the other side, because the defense was very strong last year, gave up, right about 14 points a game, and shaved nearly 10 points a game off your points allowed per game average from 2022 to 2023. With 9 starters coming back on the defensive side, I'm curious what excites you most about the defense heading into 2024?
Well, I think the thing that excites me the most is the consistency and the familiarity that the kids have with the schemes, with the coaches. There's not been movement on that side of the ball in terms of staff, and so that makes it a situation where the kids they understand what they're doing. They don't have to have questions in their mind. They don't have to be tentative. They can come to work out and know what they're supposed to do, what the expectation is, and get work done. And I'm excited. I'm excited for that. It's not a year it's not a year to start over. Mm-hmm. And what I mean is, you can have coaches who after a season like last year, they get promoted to some position in another school district, which is a good for them type of thing. But on the defensive side of the ball for us, we don't have that. And so I'm excited that the level of consistency is going to be there with the kids, and they know what to expect.
And finally, Coach, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about realignment. The booming metropolis of Sunray, Texas, one of the fastest growing places in Texas. That is true, by the way. You guys, the enrollment there, ballooning up 33 students all the way up to 188. It's you guys are bursting out the seams out there in Sunray. With that comes a move up to 2A Division I. You guys land in District 1, 2A Division I with programs like Spearman and Panhandle, as well as Highland Park and such. I am curious, when it came out, and now you've had some time to digest it. When you take a look at your landing spot there in realignment, what do you see?
Well, I see a competitive district, and that excites me. And I see a competitive non-district. We tried to, it's kind of funny when we started this thing 3 years ago. coming off a 4-7 mark and wondering, bringing back just mostly a class of sophomores, what are these guys going to be able to do as sophomores, essentially as JV guys against varsity guys? And so our schedule has not been what it's going to be this year. And, that's a 2-year commitment. And so in this season, we've got a challenging schedule. Every game essentially for us is a playoff game. And we feel like that is going to pay dividends for us late in the season and into the playoffs. We'll be challenged every game. And so I'm excited to be in the district that we're in. I think it's going to be heavily contested. And also, I'm excited about having some road trips that are a little closer to home, that our folks can go see more easily.
He's Wes Boatmun. He is the head coach of the Sunray Bobcats. Coach, we sure appreciate your time. Congratulations again on a fantastic 2023, and looking forward to seeing what you guys do this year.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. There he goes, Wes Boatmun, head coach of the Sunray Bobcats, join us here at Texas Football Today.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.